Good afternoon. My name is James and I'm here with Yvette, Antonius and William, and we are Ester and Yowi here to present to you the Interoceanic Business Finder, or IBF. On today's agenda, we have the problem and opportunity scope, our solution, the unique value propositions and channels, and financials, as well as the future expansion of IBF. Now, when doing research regarding the issues that small and medium enterprises are having, we discovered that these SMEs have a strained supplier relationship due to their smaller size and, in turn, smaller bargaining power. Now, this results in unnecessary time and resources spent on sourcing appropriate suppliers, which has also become more difficult due to the ongoing pandemic, and this is putting even more strain on the supply chain. Therefore, we believe that there is an opportunity to assist these small and medium enterprises, as well as the suppliers and potential investors, by providing them with a platform to connect. Now, this is reflected in our primary objective statement, which is to connect Australian SMEs to suppliers most suited to their needs and provide cash flow solutions to assist with payments. Now, our target segment consists of our previously mentioned SMEs, suppliers, and investors who are located in the Australian and New Zealand regions. Market research has also revealed that for the SME sector, there is over 5 million individuals in the industry, which is contributing to $79 billion in the overall ANZ market, with a 24% growth in the last 5 years. And for the debtor financing sector, there is over 64 billion in the overall ANZ market, with a 27% growth seen in the last 5 years. And with our business proposition, we have determined a few main competitors for IBF, including search engines, banks, and lending services. However, as you can see, none of these competitors have the versatility to accommodate a supply search, variety, invoice financing capabilities with a low risk, all in one application. And now I will pass you on to Antonius, who will discuss our proposed business idea.
Thank you, James. And moving on to our proposed business idea, we came up with IBF, Interoceania Business Finder, to address the problem stated previously. In a nutshell, IBF is a one-stop solution for businesses looking for suppliers or financing solution for their company. To break this down even further, it has two main functions. The first one being a platform for SMEs to connect and look for suppliers that they can work with, such as those that supply raw materials and even business services like contractors or a small firm. And the second one being an invoice financing solution for suppliers that requires advance payments on their invoice, which will utilize the program that is already available in the MYOB Essentials. We will be using Microsoft Azure Cloud System, as it is one of that's already being used by MYOB to ensure a smoother and easier implementations. To ensure security and transparency when collaborating with one another, we will also be doing an extensive user verification process for our customers through A6 and APRA credit checks. IBF has two business models. The first one being a B2B, where SMEs post a search request, receive the result, and select the supplier, while the supplier could just upload their details and wait to be contacted by the SMEs that seek their services or products. Our second business model, which is the B2C, connects the supplier who needs invoice financing with general investors who are looking for short-term investment opportunities. These are general process for each of them. To understand our business process even further, we have prepared a flowchart of our customer in order to visualize how IBF operates. After the suppliers and SMEs registers on our platform, they'll be able to connect with one another through our platform, where business contract can also be made. And if the supplier is experiencing tight cash flow, they can always opt to upload their invoice from the contract and get fundings from the investment pools, which consists of funds from ourselves, general investors, and venture capitalists. Once their financing request has been approved, which usually would only take several days, the required amount will be sent to their account. Afterwards, the SMEs will transfer the amount owed to us, and the initial investment from the investors will be returned with interest just after 3 months. Similar to the previous slides, this slide just shows the customer journey of business A, who is looking for a list of contractors to provide them with services and came across contractor company B.
Our unique value proposition for SMEs that use a platform is that it is a financially safe platform to communicate with suppliers or other businesses, as all businesses that are connected to the platform will have gone through the APRA credit risk check. The platform will provide a list of suitable suppliers to the business in a form that is easy to compare and reliable, since the information will be sourced from the suppliers themselves. Suppliers are under the subscription-based model of the app, so they receive the most amount of benefits. Firstly, the amount of advance payment required for the loans will always be met once the contract is accepted. Lesser-known suppliers can increase their brand awareness and reputation with customers through showing up on searches. Smaller businesses can increase their cash flow using the pool of investment funds on the platform. Increased cash flow is gained through the loan system, which in turn increases survivability of the businesses and a chance for growth without affecting supplier cash flow. Our platform is secure due to the APRA risk check, and low fees are charged to suppliers due to the investment pool created using our venture capitalists for partnership and investments. For investors, the platform works as an alternative term deposit for the short term, with a guaranteed fixed return rate of 2.5% every 3 months. This makes a low risk to almost no risk platform for small investments, and it is easy to withdraw investments with a low withdrawal charge of 1%. Our current rollout strategy is to deploy the platform as a browser application and later create the mobile equivalent once the system is successfully completed. We will be utilizing the increased social media consumption of the lockdown period to reach out to customers and utilize roadshows as a professional approach to finding suppliers.
Thanks, William. And now let's talk about the financial side of our business. IBF generates revenues from all of our users. For SMEs, a $150 supplier search report can be a time-saving option. This report will provide the SMEs with a list of suppliers according to their search criteria. Suppliers will also have the opportunity to increase the exposure through our subscription revenue model, which costs $45 per month and $450 per year. If they ever decided to discontinue this subscription, their company will stop being shown in the SME search result and can be continued whenever they need more exposure. Our secondary resource of revenue, which is the transactional revenue model, charges 1% of the withdrawal fee from our investors and 5% commission for the invoice financing from suppliers. In terms of costing, apart from the first year, we will spend $40,000 on developing our platform, with a majority of costs coming from salary disbursement. In general, IBF takes the strategy of low cost, high volume and aiming at the market share leadership by offering price lower than competitors for penetration pricing tactics. Comparing to our competitors, our revenue model is much cheaper compared to the like of Seek.com and LinkedIn, which provides a platform with less functionality compared to IBF. Moving to our financial projections, we will need a capital injection of $250,000 from angel capitalist investors in order to develop the system, since no revenue will be made in the first year. In exchange to their investments, 5% ownership stake and interest will also be offered. The average annual growth on revenue goes up to 75%, with the break-even point being reached in August 2024, which is the second year we start the business. Now I will be passing to William.
We have a 3-phase timeline for the rollout of the app. First is the preparation stage, where we source all the stakeholders of the application, such as investors, SMEs, suppliers, and venture capitalists. At this stage, we also plan out and prepare the system. Next is the demo stage, where a pilot rollout is run with the confirmed customers that we have after the preparation stage. Then, when the development is complete, we'll do a full launch of the application. Before Yvette discusses the future plans, this is the next 4 years for the application. The first 2 phases are done through year 1, 2, and 3, and in year 4, which is 2025, we complete the launch stage to make the platform available to businesses of all sizes.
Thanks, William. For our future expansions, we are aiming to create a mobile application for IBF and system enhancement to ensure further accessibilities and usabilities. After optimizing the business model and software, overseas expansion will be put on the agenda so that overseas suppliers will be more accessible for SMEs in the Australia and New Zealand. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.